Now that we've gone through the whole process of really getting to know our site, coming up with the design that suits it, and selecting plants, it's finally time to get our plants in the ground. Today I'm joined by our plants and O&P manager Reyna, and we're going to go through the tools that we need to plant as well as the planting process.
Along with the beautiful plants you see in front of me here, I have our planting plan from the previous video and our species list. We'll be using a trowel to dig our holes because our plants are in the plug form. And we also have some gloves, pruners, and some cloth nylon. Most important of all though, we got coffee.
Before laying out your plants to get them in the ground, you'll want to make sure that your site is prepped. So at our site, we'd initially done some weeding and added a little bit of soil and mulch to the site. And then this morning, we just kind of pulled out any weeds that had come up in the meantime, and then we laid out our pathways so that we know kind of the areas that we're planting within. So next, we're going to lay out our plants and use our planting plan to do so.
When ordering plants from us, most commonly you're going to receive them in this little pot right here with a cocoa fiber on top and a tag. So to plant from the pot, you just take the plant right out, you can break up the roots a bit, and then plant it in the ground. The other format is in a cocoa fiber plug, and that's usually our trees and a few shrubs. With the cocoa fiber, you simply plant it in the ground as is, and the roots are going to break free into the soil. All right, so we're starting to plant now. So you can just move a bit of the mulch away, and then you want to dig a hole that's about a bit bigger than your plant that you're about to plant. We're dealing with a fair amount of roots here, which is fun. All right. All right, so I got my hole. And you can take the tag off and simply stick this guy in. You want to make sure the surface is pretty close to the actual surface of the soil so that we have good aeration and good space for the roots to get out. So then you just fill it in. Make sure your plant is stable and straight. That's important. Give it a little push. You don't want to compact the soil too much because you want to keep the air flowing. And then you can just kind of put your mulch back and stick your tag. There we go, there's our flowering dogwood. So we're gonna plant this pot right here, and I'm first gonna just clear the mulch away. And then we're gonna show you just a simple technique where you can stick your trowel in, get your plant ready in your left hand or whichever opposite hand you want. Kind of push the trowel away, stick the plant right into the ground, and remove your trowel. And that'll just create a nice little spot for your plant. And then just add the soil around it. You can kind of leave the tag right in there. And the cocoa fiber mat can also be used on the surface as a weed mat or a bit of moisture retention, and it'll just kind of break down into the soil as well.
used to take the road, sister, sing. Imagine all the words becoming real. Together we'll be free. It's not just you and me. Change